I'm surrounded by rats. They're all rats. Whole families, rats. Last Christmas, I told you about these giant rats that were invading a postal sorting office over in Bristol because things were so bad there. There was a work to rule going on. Packages were sitting outside. Rats were getting inside them. And I was saying, you know, you'll open up your Christmas present and one of these rats will jump out. Now, there's a bigger problem because apparently it's now invasion of the super rats because the previous rats weren't particularly any bigger than normal rats, but these rats are giant. And they're not that size, which is about the size of a normal rat, you'd probably say. They're more likely to be a couple of feet long, which is about there, or possibly 3 feet with the tail. You know, can you imagine the size of a rat? The rat's head would be about probably that size, as big as that, with big teeth coming out like that. Now, the thing about rats, right, is that they're very clever. I had an infestation of rats once in New York, and once they're in your garden, you can't get rid of them. It was absolutely horrendous. And they make a squeaking noise as well. You'll hear them, and you'll know that they're in your house. Imagine coming downstairs one morning, and you go to open up the shreddies, or the cornflakes, and you give it a bit of a shake to see how much is in there, and it feels a bit heavy. And then suddenly, as you start to tip it out, a rat jumps out. I mean, that would be terrifying. These super rats have been spotted all over the place. But the reason that they're woke rats, and that's why I'm calling them woke rats, right, is because, look at the size of that. If you're watching this now, you should be terrified. Look, that is huge. I've seen them not a million miles from here. They've moved away from cities, right, a lot of them, because of people working from home. So many people have been ordering so many Deliveroos and Just Eats and all that sort of thing. And there's a lot more paper and food lying around, a lot more food waste lying around, basically. So these rats have catapulted themselves into the home environment because they know that more and more people are working from home. They also know that a lot of restaurants closed down during the time of the lockdown, and so they've ended up finding new places to find food. But just imagine the terror if you had one of these things in your house. And what would you do? I mean, how would you catch it? You'd have to catch it in a net or something? I mean, it'd be ridiculous. Absolutely awful. There's nothing worse than a super rat, a super woke rat. And apparently, there's nothing you can do. If you get one of these in your house, I'm telling you, you will be running out the front door. So keep a check on all of the things that you have. Don't leave windows open. Don't leave doors open. Don't leave food anywhere that they can get their teeth into. You don't want it. You don't want it, I'm telling you now. It's frightening. Imagine that. And they do say that in any city, you're never more than 7 feet away from a rat. Well, now that they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you better watch out. They're bigger than foxes in some places. I know that sounds mad, but it's true. There's pictures of these things. There's footage of them. Beware of the woke giant rats. That's all I'm saying.